Hey everyone, welcome back here to my channel where I play Smalzie Zoo. My name is Nissa and today we are building for the Meerkat here in Smalzie Zoo. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the Meerkat or simply see how I built this, then please keep watching. Okay guys, before we get too much into the video today, I'm just gonna take a moment to be a little more serious. Hey everyone that's new, I'm sorry this is one of my first introductions for me to you. But the thing is that I have mental issues and I haven't been able to leave my home pretty much for a year and a half at this point. But lately I have really started to try to get out there. This Monday actually I managed to sit in my car and just turn my car around here outside my own home. But it's so important for me to be able to take those steps, so I hopefully can get healthier and start and move around in the world again. But because I really work on myself, sometimes I pressure myself too much, and it's something I accidentally did here last week. And that's also why I have missed a few videos. It's actually more than a week since I have recorded anything last. Luckily I had a few videos already ready for you guys, so that helped a lot. But besides that, I needed to take the time to get myself ready for recording and all of this. I really love making my videos, but I also am aware that I need to find the balance where it helps me and it's healthy for me and it keeps me going, and not to a point where I feel like I have to do this even though I'm not in the right mindset for it. That being said, I just want you to know there's no reason for anyone to feel sorry for me or be afraid for me or anything like that. I am surrounded with my family, people that love me, people who support me, and people who really help me get stronger every single day and help me get back out to the world. So again, don't be worried or anything like that. It's not like that. It's just sometimes I need to work on myself, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna go back to my normal schedules programming this week, or if it's just like a few videos this week or anything like that. I'm gonna take it as it is. If I get the videos made, then I will put them out there. But if there's no this week, just know that I'm okay. I'm just working on myself and trying to find a balance that's healthy for me and makes me happy, because I really love making these videos. Some of them make me cry, especially my future life projects. As some of you guys know, animals are something that's really close to my heart, so they mean a lot to me when I can tell those stories. So maybe those are not the first videos I will make right now. But yeah, so I don't promise we have full schedules this week or next week, but I will make what I feel is the right amount of videos to make, and we will get back into it and I will get better. Anyway, on a more happy note, today we are of course talking about the meerkat, also called the slender-tailed meerkat or the suicat, or suicate. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. In Danish though, it is a suicate. Which is not spelled with the name of the cat in the end. And I think I'm probably not the only child who had a really hard time understanding the name of the suicat or the meerkat, because it simply is not a cat. It carries the name of a meerkat, which could be translated to like the almost cat. In a lot of languages, which only confuses even more. What confuses even more than that though is the place in the categories of animals around the world. And as you know, we always specify that by using a lot of Latin names. And as always, guys who is new here, I try to pronounce these. I can't, but I try to, so yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Something I miraculously pronounce right, and some things I really don't pronounce right, but I always try and do my best. But for everyone who don't know, we have a lot of different categories in the animal kingdom, or just in any kingdom. But for all of the animals we talk about on my channel, they are from the Animalia kingdom, which is the kingdoms of animals. Below that we have the phylum, which is core data, which is everything that's based off core, which is pretty much everything that is alive in any capacity. Then we have the subphylum vertebrata, which is vertebrates, which is again pretty much any animal. And then we get to the class Mammalia. I don't think we have talked about anything on my channel that doesn't have all of these 4 categories. But then we come to the category called order, and under order the meerkat is a carnivora, which is the order of carnivores, being everything that eat meat. You can be both a carnivore and an omnivore and all of these things at the same time technically, but carnivora is animals that primarily only eat meat. So humans are not included here, for instance, because we are omnivores. We eat pretty much anything we can give nurture out of. And then the meerkat have a sub-order. Some animals have a sub-order and a sub-family, but those 2 categories are not for everyone. But here, the meerkat is in the sub-order Felifamilia, and that is normally the familia of felines, being cats. So here they are actually in the suborder with lions, tigers, jaguars, cougars, bobcats, leopards, ocelots, sevil, charcoal, and all of the other beautiful cats we have around the world, including also animals like the hyenas and the fusa. So it's not the only animal in here that is not cat is exactly, but it is the only animal in here that doesn't seem to have any kind of reason to be here. The hyena and the fusa, you can still see some cat-like features, but the meerkat is just a really odd animal placed in here. But again, some of these placements are on genetic, some of these placements are historical, being that people used to believe that they belonged here, so they just stayed there in that category, depending on when in the timeline they have been categorized. Which makes the name of the meerkat so weird and so exact at the same time, because it's merely a cat, but merely not. However, when we go below suborder and we look at the families, they are in the Herpestidae family, which is not a cat family at all. It have all of these beautiful small mongoose, terrestrial carnivores going on, which is of course monkeys, sorry, and meerkats, suricats, and primarily that. I'm not sure if we have anything else. Well, we have the Cusimansa, but I'm pretty sure that's also a mongoose. And again, just in general, mongoose-like animals, these smaller, also kind of otter-looking animals, but the others are not included here. And then we get closer even further and look at the genus as at the animal. For people who don't know, the genus is the first name of the Latin name. For us humans, we have a first name and a last name. The last name is our family name, who shows who we are related to, and then our first name is our unique name. In animals, it's the opposite way. So the first name is the genus that show who they are closer related to. This is not necessarily all in the same family, but animals in the same genus, all animals in the same genus will be in the same family, but not the other way around. So therefore, it's even closer related than family that share the same genus. And for the meerkat, it is the Suricata, which make their Latin name, again, genus first and then their specific name, suricata, and that mainly means that it is the base form of the sewer cat. It is the only animal having this genus, but if we at a point find a subspecies of meerkat, then we would still have the Suricata suricata, which would be the normal suricat, and then the subspecies would be Suricata and then something else. I know it can be a little confusing if it's the first time you hear about these categories, but it is really fascinating seeing how some animals are related to other animals. For instance, that we know that all toad ungulates are in the same order, and even toad are in the same. So it's the number of toes that split those people up, or those animals apart, sorry. And here where they are actually fairly close related to cats, which is something that you would never think of. I find it extremely fascinating. I do understand it's not everyone's cup of tea. I actually really wanted to build for the meerkat in this specific zoo. Once being it's Smalzie Zoo, we built for small animals in this specific zoo, so they fit in nicely. But the thing is also that I feel that a lot of people give them only desert habitat, which I also did in half of the habitat, but the other one I tried to make a little more tropical, because even though they live in the semi-desert biome, they also live places like rocky areas, savanna, grassland, and scrublands, which doesn't exactly yell like these tropical forests, so it wasn't like I wanted to give them that. But when we look at the climate zones, they both live in the arid and the tropical climate zones, which means that even though they can live on a savanna, they could have rain season here and therefore have much more loss green seasons and then more dry seasons. So I wanted the habitat to reflect that much more nicely. They are also based in the absolute most southern part of Africa, being Angola, Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. So of course down there they are in a nice and not necessarily lush part of Africa, but it is kind of their own little area down there where the climate can be quite unique at times. So I wanted to showcase this kind of contrast without overdoing it, and I really hope that I got it right. I did choose to not make the entire part we built today fit that though, because we are still in a temperate area. So therefore the plants behind the habitat, I want them to kind of fit in, but kind of break it up so it seems like plants that would easily survive in this temperate biome, where I only get all out with the plants inside of the habitat, making them look more, again, to the specific biome and climate, and then just temperate around it. And also to cover up the building, because guests do not go to zoos to watch buildings, but buildings need to be there. So I thought I managed to do it kind of well. But I also see a lot of zoos where they kind of hide the buildings, and then from specific angles you can still see part of it. And that's also why I made the opening over here, as you can see. Now, I know this isn't exactly how I normally make these videos. I normally talk more about the animals, and I hope you want to stay around my channel if you feel like it and want to learn more about these animals. I just had some things on my chest today I wanted to say, and I'm really happy you're still here, you're still watching, and you allowed me to get out with that. So thank you so much for that. For now, enjoy the cinematics, and I will come back afterwards. Okay guys, that's all I got for you today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and as always, you know the drill. Like, subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye guys!